Welcome to part 2 of our lesson on reported speech. We'll look at further changes that occur when we are reporting a conversation. We will explore changes in expressions of time and of place, as well as changes in tenses. In part 1, we have learned that when reporting a conversation, the following changes occur. A reporting verb is used. That is used after the reporting verb. Pronouns change, depending on who the pronoun is referring to. In this lesson, we'll first look at changes in expressions of time in reported speech. Some examples. Direct speech. She said, "They went there yesterday." Which expression of time will replace yesterday in reported speech? That's right. In reported speech, yesterday changes to the day before. Let us see another example. Direct speech. "I will come tomorrow," he replied. In reported or indirect speech, we replace tomorrow with the following day or the next day. Let's see some more examples indicating time and the changes that take place in reported speech. Guess what change occurs to today? Indeed, today becomes on that day. The day before yesterday becomes 2 days before. The day after tomorrow changes to in 2 days' time. Next week becomes the following week. Guess what change occurs to last year or a year ago? Last year or a year ago changes to the previous year. Let us now learn how expressions of place change in indirect speech. An example. Direct speech. At the station. He said, "I will be here again tomorrow." The word here, used in direct speech, is referring to the station, which is a place. In indirect speech, here changes to there. Another example. Direct speech. She said, "They saw me in this shop." In this sentence, the word this indicates a place. In reported speech, this changes to that. So, in reported speech, expressions of place change. Here becomes there. This place becomes that place. Let us now learn how tenses change in reported speech. In indirect speech, we use a tense which is further back in the past than the tense originally used. Therefore, the present simple tense changes to the past simple tense. The present continuous tense changes to the past continuous tense. Let us look at changes in other tenses in reported speech. Direct speech. "I have found a flat," he said. Have found is in the present perfect tense. In reported speech, the sentence becomes, "He said that he had found a flat." Have found becomes had found. The present perfect tense changes to a tense further back in time, that is, the past perfect tense. Another example. I took my pet to the vet, she said. The verb took is in the past simple tense. In reported speech, this sentence becomes, she said that she had taken her pet to the vet. Took becomes had taken. The past simple tense goes back further in time, so we use the past perfect tense, had taken. One last example. He said, I will be in Paris on Monday. The verb will be is in the simple future tense. In indirect or reported speech, the sentence changes to, he said that he would be in Paris on Monday. Will be becomes would be. The simple future tense goes to a tense further back in the past, so we use the conditional would be. We just saw that in reported speech we use a tense which is further back in the past. However, the verb tenses do not always change when we transform direct speech into indirect speech. Let us look at this example. I work for a painting contractor company in Italy, said Ridwan. Indirect speech. Ridwan said that he works for a painting contractor company in Italy. In this example, the reporting verb said is in the past simple tense because Ridwan made this statement in the past. Nevertheless, in reported speech, the present simple tense of the verb work does not change because Ridwan's statement is still true. Therefore, if what a speaker says is still true or relevant, then we do not change the tense. Another example. I am a foreigner, the man told the driver this morning. In reported form, the sentence is, the man told the driver this morning that he is a foreigner. In direct speech, the present simple tense of the verb to be, that is, am, is used. In indirect speech, we still have the present simple tense of the verb to be, is, because what the foreigner said this morning is still relevant, that is, he is still a foreigner. Now, rewrite these sentences in indirect or reported speech and make the required changes when reporting a conversation. Mrs. Nelson exclaimed, I find it hard to multitask. That's correct. Mrs. Nelson exclaimed that she found it hard to multitask. The present simple tense of the verb find in direct speech is replaced by found, which is in the past simple tense in reported speech. Another try. The father said to his son, I am waiting for you here. You got it right. The present continuous tense changes to the past continuous tense, while the word here changes to there. Therefore, the answer is, the father said to his son that he was waiting for him there. Let us continue practicing. Sammy added, I have also written a letter to the city's mayor. That's right. Sammy added that he had also written a letter to that city's mayor. In indirect speech, the present perfect tense of the verb have written changes to the past perfect tense had written, and this changes to that. I went to the cinema last night and returned quite late, he explained. Very good. He explained that he had gone to the cinema the previous night and had returned quite late. Here, the past simple tense went and returned changed to the past perfect tense had gone and had returned. The expression of time last night changes to the previous night. One last example. The clerk said, "We will inform you about the job next week." The right answer is, the clerk said that they would inform me about the job the following week. The simple future tense will inform changes to would inform, that is, the conditional tense. The phrase next week changes to the following week in indirect speech. If you want to see this video again, please note that it is available on the SSP website. Now, let's do a recap before we end part 2 of this lesson on changes in reported speech. We looked at 3 further changes that occur in reported speech. Expressions of time change. Some examples: today becomes on that day. Yesterday changes to the day before. Next week becomes the following week. Expressions of place also change. For instance, here becomes there, and this place becomes that place. When reporting a speech, we use a tense which is further back in the past than the tense originally used. A few examples. The present simple tense changes into the past simple tense. The past simple tense into the past perfect tense, and the simple future tense into the conditional tense. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.